Good afternoon, everybody, or whatever it is where you are. You know how sometimes I always say you need patience with orchids? Well, that isn't all you need patience with. I desperately needed something for espresso that we usually have 2:30, 3 o'clock. We had no treats left. To be honest, we'd actually Monday bought this chocolate cake that was, you know, in a fancy cake in the shelves in the store. Tasted terrible. We threw it in the garbage. We're not eating it. Ugh. All this icing, it was mostly icing. Anyway, so I can't go through coffee without something. So my daughter one time gave me this Epicure square recipe that she vamped up to suit her, and I've changed to suit us because we don't like so many seeds. But it's got peanut butter, you can use almond butter, it's got maple syrup, it's got only a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, but it has cocoa, has lots of cinnamon and ginger, has pumpkin seeds, and has organic rice crisps, and, well, a bunch of stuff. So anyway, it's so gooey. If you had seen me, my hands were just covered. I had to take my ring off. So gooey, and you have to squish it all into these little squares. And then you have to put saran wrap over it and roll it with a good rolling pin. And I used this one. It's heavy. But then you got to go back and you got to make sure all the little lines between each square is fairly clean and roll it again. So I just finished, and I'm about to take the saran wrap off. So now it's not perfect. It's a real messy job squeezing all these things in. But they're just about to go in the oven for 25 minutes. So just right now I'm going to put it in so that when this video is over, we got a treat. Now, let me see. I think it is 20 minutes, 25. So this will ring. This is the only one I got. So 21, 2. We'll put 25 and start it. Okay. So we got 25 minutes to do a video, and what do I want to share with you? First, do you remember the Paloric orchid I got from Roehampton? And this is a kind of good news, bad news video, and something else exciting for the end. So it's all exciting. So I'm loving these baskets. The more I use them, the more I love them. Jack just made something else. You wait for another video. But anyway, I have to show you because it's in full bloom. Now I'm going to try and get right in close. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. And do you know I've been hunting for another one of these stands? Well, forget it. I don't know where it came from. Maybe someone made it, but it's good and strong. And it's happy in there. Yesterday was watering day. So today I've been trying to get everything else done. So very, very happy. And as you know, I purchased it. And this was the picture they showed on the site at Roehampton Orchids. Of course, it was color, and it's so vibrant, the color. And its parents are Doryctonopsis Sogo Vieker and Phalaenopsis Salopioker. Now, that could be pronounced wrong. But they're very electric colors, and they're bred to be Paloric, so it's not going to be one time it's going to be like that, and then the next time you won't get it. So it's very good, and they're good for beginners, and they stay small. And other than that, they're pretty well similar to our orchids. Maybe a little more humidity for sure, but 60% isn't too bad. So it's stable. It's stabilized to be Paloric. So anyway, I'm so happy because It is so beautiful. Mom comes up and she has to look at it. And I also have to share, years ago, I put these 3 mini orchids in this triple sewer pot. And Jack did this Monet painting all by himself. And they have been in here for years. And one year, if you look right here, I accidentally, when I was watering, I picked that little leaf off. But more are coming, and the flowers are gorgeous. So the middle one has 2 spikes, one here and one here, and I have 2 purple on the other side. This one I accidentally broke off, but it branched out, so it's still gonna do what it was going to do. But you know, accidents happen. Now I have more room in my sink. I won't have too many accidents. That's my excuse anyway. So that is that. Now, let's talk about the ones that were 2 weeks in the mail and arrived frozen. First, the Spider-Man, Ludicea, Spider-Man. I think we're going to lose this side. This is the side where the leaves were most affected. It already lost one, it's losing that one. There was only one good leaf and it has fell over. Now I still have hopes for this one because the leaves on this side were pretty good. So that's what it's looking like for Spider-Man. And this is Phal, Sogo Vieker. The color is just not right since it froze. The leaves are so limp. All I can hope for, and all I'm really hoping for, is leaves. And I'll probably have to wait till spring for some leaves, but I'm not giving it any, I don't want it to flower, so I'm just giving it, it has a spike. If it'll ever amount to anything through all it's been through, I'm going to show you it. Down in here, let's see, down in there, if I can get it, is a little tiny spike. Now, if that's going to come up and do anything, I don't know. We just hope, and I'm going to try, even if I have to wait for new leaves, as long as the roots stay healthy. This is what I'm hoping. So, anyway, that was the sad. About that. And now here, I'm going to. I have a this wreath, this Christmas wreath, I've had for years, and I wanted to show it to you just so you can see what you can make. And what is on the back, I used a big piece of heavy cardboard, and then I glued some real thick, heavy, like insulating styrofoam to it, and then I glued all those little fir cones. Little ones work better with big ones. The big ones are a little too much, but the little tiny fir cones, and I'll show you a close-up. And then I had all kinds of these little wooden things I got at a dollar store for wooden Christmas ornaments. And some I picked up at thrift stores, and sometimes I found a really neat one and put it somewhere else, and I can still add to it every year. Sometimes I have to bring it upstairs like I did yesterday, and I have to glue a few things and fix a few things. But it's so cute, and it's always on the front door and has been for years. So I want to show you a close-up what you can use, anything. What you just need a shape that's firm enough to glue. You could just use a piece of plywood or board that's like a donut, and then you can start gluing on whatever you want to suit you. But for me, with grandkids, of course, they're not coming. No one's traveling on our roads this winter. My brother can't come up because they're not allowed to travel on the roads. It's only emergency traffic. So anyway, we enjoy it. We're still kids at heart, so we enjoy it. So I'm going to show you close up and going to take you for an orchid tour and show you out the window. We have no snow. Yesterday I was putting up the decorations at the front door for Christmas and I had no coat on. It was 70 degrees here. It was hot. Hottest day on record for December. So you never know what I'm going to talk about on a video, so that's today. But I'm going to give you a little tour because you are special. You're just as important to me as some of you say I am to you, because feedback is heartwarming. Okay, enough of that. Let's take you for a trip. Okay, I have to do this carefully. There we go. There we go. Okay, once I get hold here. Okay, let's give you a close-up of this. So I put a bigger rocking horse in the center, and they're all just glued in there. And at the top one day I got another one, so I put him up there. But there's everything. You know, after Christmas on days, people just get rid of things. Look at all the cute little things. You know, and it was fun to make, and it's still fun to put up. And you can sit and you can look at it when you come in the door. You think, oh, we heard people at the door, but they're not coming in. Look at this one, it's so cute. Anyway, I'm bragging, so I had to fix a few things that were getting a little wiggly, but I'm always adding to it. So, you know, all you need is a glue gun, a bunch of little things that you like. I mean, even if it's different colored Christmas balls, you know, you can just do so much. So, okay, so, yes, she's very vibrant, and she did bloom, and she is liking this pot. So, okay, let's go over here. Of course, this is one that was out in the greenhouse 140 degrees all summer. But it is going to flower, but not much, but I'm going to let it do what it does. I mean, it's amazing it's doing that. It never got any TLC, never any, but it's come back and I thought it was dead. Same with the one in here. It has a few more leaves and it's getting a spike. So those are the two that all summer were in the greenhouse, in the heat. And so these are my other pots that I have all in this window because there is rumors we might get our windows before Christmas. So this is the one where the pot broke. As you can see, it's broken in lots of places. Even when it fell, it bent this leaf. It hit hard there. So, but it's got a new pot. When the flowers are out, I will do it. So here's my traffic cone. I'm giving you a close-up. Another spike's up there, and way up there, more spikes, and in the middle too, in that little wire pot. See, those were cocoa fiber too, but not pressed. It just comes in a roll. It's soft, and it doesn't have the consistency of this, and I'm liking this. Now, the last little leaf that came out here, it's not pleated. So I have hopes. They're liking their baskets. They're all going to go in the other window when I get it. So, Moon Glow, she has 2 spikes coming there. And this one. And of course, this is a big lip. She flowered in the summer, so she's not flowering. This is a beautiful yellow with a cherry center. This is the one that I just finally threw the flowers away from, but she does have some good firm leaves, and the original ones, the first ones are limp, but these are firm, so doing good. And this is Elphinia, and her spike dried off. So that's it for that winter. The rabbit foot fern seems to be doing good, because usually at fall they might slow down, but it looks interesting in there. And the ZZ plant, my little cabinet. Now Jack made all this. He made this cabinet from an old, it was at a garage sale for $5. It's an old antique medicine cabinet. And it came with this shiny top, and inside the glass was so hard, very hard, thick glass. So he put the lights in and painted it. And you know, it was something someone wanted to throw away, but we're good at that. He put this latch on, and then down here, this was an old wine rack he cut off to make a table to hold it. Those are the legs upside down. No, those were the legs, but it had that. So it's just an old wine rack. Seemed to work. Never showed you that. You never know what I'm going to show you. So, things are coming good. I have a little experiment going on that I'm going to be joining a bunch of videos together. So you'll be seeing that another time. So, there's the Hoya and Dendrobium that I brought in. Once the buds are out, you can bring them in. I think these are flowers and not keikis, but there's lots of them on this one. And this is an old plastic heater stand. It's upside down. The bottom was the base. And Jack drilled holes. And it's got two beautiful spikes on each one coming out. And there's quite a few spikes. We've done good in that department. And here in the big pot has a beautiful spike coming. And this one, which was the new one of the two from Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, that one's getting a spike. So this was one that was going from bark to bark because I had it already, both white. And this one was one that I just got, so it is flowering, so things are looking good. And up here, we also have a big spike coming. So we're doing pretty good. And I guess I'll give you a peek out the window, because here we are this time of the year. And no snow. Snow in the mountains. But of course we had that warm day. And I don't know if you can see the lake. It's quite beautiful out there. Sun. No snow on the ground. So that's it. And of course we'll finish off with Maggie. Hey Maggie. Do night night. Maggie night night. Okay. Bye everybody.